This is the area I live in at night. This is some of the night market areas. As you can see, there's plenty of places to eat and plenty of things to do, plenty of things to look at, and it's all really, really affordable. But surprisingly, my apartment isn't that noisy at night, so it's pretty great. This is Memorial Park in Yongan City, which is where I live. It's pretty big, and it's got plenty of walking trails, an area for dogs, some pretty cool sculptures and architecture, and there's even like a children's stage up in that direction where they have like plays for kids in the evening. It's pretty nice. Rule number 1 for living in Taiwan: never ever leave your house without your umbrella, like I did. As you can see, it's stupid. It'll change at the drop of a hat, just like it did right now. A minute ago it wasn't raining at all, and it's getting more intense with every passing minute. It's going to be downpouring soon. I have no idea what I'm going to do other than get soaked. I'm in a comic book store right now. Comics are huge here. It's a whole store of just comics. Check it out. These are all comics. So I just bought an iced tea, and then I get to sit and read. I'm waiting for that storm to pass out there, but like here's an example of one. It's all about this kid playing soccer, and it's just one like book of comics. So interesting. So this is my schedule for Urshan. As you can see, I have Mondays off. On Tuesdays, classes begin at 9. We go to noon. We have a 2-hour lunch every day. Then I work until 4 p.m. and I leave. Wednesdays pretty much the same. Thursdays and Fridays are a lot more intense. 2-hour lunch, 2 classes, 1-hour break, another 1-hour class, and then another 1-hour break, and then I end up stopping at 9 o'clock. So on Thursdays and Fridays I'm not going to get back to my place until 10:30 p.m. Yeah, so I write the grade 7 material, anything that's in white, but I just have to write one lesson plan that's 2 hours long. John, my other full-time teacher, does the grade 10 big class 2 hours a week. We alternate on this one. And then these 3 are the more creative ones. These are like the advanced classes. The thing with the advanced classes is they're advanced overall. So there are kids that do not understand a lick of English at all, but they're very good at math. So it's kind of hard at times, but we can be more creative with this. Here's an example of a lesson plan. You can see some vocabulary at the top. They write the Chinese character next to it. Write what word these are. Then there's a story and some questions, and then fill in the blanks, and then making a sentence with these ones. This is grade 11. For grade 7 you can't have them do something as open-ended as making their own sentence, but for grade 11 it's okay. And then at the end of every class or so we have a test. 10 questions, multiple choice, pretty simple. This is grade 10, their first test of the semester. Yeah, it's pretty straightforward. It gets kind of monotonous, but with the creative advanced classes we get to do more fun stuff. What I said before about it being not as impolite to stare is not really true. I'm just a foreigner here, and I'm not used to people looking at me, but I think that any foreigner anywhere would get the same amount of stares. Plus I work at, a junior high and high school, and so a lot of the kids just don't really care about manners. They'll just look. But people on the street, really, that's not true. That was mistaken what I said before. The kids here are it's give and take. They tend to be more polite for the most part, but that doesn't mean all of them, of course. And yeah, they tend to do what you say, but the thing is they tend to think that English teachers are more of a joke. I don't know why that is, if it's experience with teachers in the past or when they were younger, or some influence they get from somebody, but it's a little harder as a foreigner to teach a class here. So this is the lunch that the school gives me every day, and I think they also provide me with a similar dinner. As you can see, everything seems to be fried and wallowing in gravy, so looks like lunches in schools in America aren't the only problems. So like I said, it's me working at Urshan, and there's one other full-time teacher, and I want to introduce you to him. This is John. How you doing, man?
Hello. All right.
John's from Canada. He's been doing this for a really long time. What, like 5 years?
It's been about 5 years now, yeah.
Yeah. And we just got up from our little nap that we took.
A little midday siesta.
Yeah. It's fantastic. You know, if you're not going to get paid, take a nap. It's fantastic. Yeah. So you'll be hearing probably more from him and I over the year when we're talking about things that are great or things that suck about the school. When I say that they take naps here every lunch, I'm not joking, and it's not just me and John who take naps. Check this out. It's serious. So last weekend, I checked out, I was walking by a place and it looked like there was gambling inside, and so I went inside and it was a casino. But at the casino, apparently, this is what they give you, these little coins that are just like, you know, tokens at an arcade. They actually don't have any monetary value. And what you do is you take your money and you get tokens, and then you gamble with it. And you can only win other tokens, but the thing is, you can't change the tokens back to money, and you can't win any prizes with the tokens. So you just change your money to tokens and spend all your tokens and leave, which is funny. You know, in the U.S., you spend money in the hopes that you're going to make something, even though in all probability you're not going to. Here they just cut out the middleman, saying there's no way you're going to win any money, because you'll just get a bunch of these tokens that are completely useless. I bought this filet for dinner. Look at it. It looks amazing, and it tastes just as good. It cost me $2 US, and it's, as you can see, it's like the size of my hand almost. It's huge. This is my dinner. I love this place. So today is Tuesday, September 5th, and I had my first day of class today, in which I used a lesson plan. So it went well. I have two different size classes. One is a large class of 55 students, so that gets pretty chaotic. So chaotic that they need to give kids numbers. So you say, what number are you, instead of learning their names, because you can't learn all their names. There's just too many of them. And then I have advanced classes, like I pointed out before, and those kids are 25 kids. So those classes, they get participation grades, and I learn their names, and we work it like that. John has been incredibly helpful in all aspects. He's just like a very, very nice guy, very helpful. Any questions I have, he's been able to answer really well, from, you know, how do you sterilize the water here, because they have a little bit of bacteria problem, but not really, and a lead problem. So he's like, well, I just use a Brita filter. So I just ask him questions about anything. We're good bands and stuff like that. He actually might take me out to see a band recently. I've still been trying to clean up my place, and it looks like crap, but eventually it will. What I've been telling people is, by the time I move out, it will look nice. So that's my goal. This weekend, I had dinner with James, who I met at the hostel, and I went out to a movie with Michael, another guy I met at the hostel, and we checked out one of the clubs, which was noisy and very young, but it seemed like a really good place to meet people, and it did meet some nice people, so I think I will go back, even though clubbing is not really my style. That's all for now. I'm going to go get some dinner, some sushi, and watch some blurry HBO until I fall asleep.